Premonitions are defined as foreboding visions of future events, but they never give you the whole story. Just a glimpse of the looming shadows of things to come. Like, Scrawls of Dread is releasing a book this October. But what's inside? While we wait, perhaps we can get a glimpse. Previews of the stories the tome will contain. Perhaps we'll get Premonitions.
The Last Black Key. Once I arrived, my Nana instantly saw that I was upset and brought me into the kitchen for tea and conversation. I relayed how well the audition went and then the creepy epilogue. She was livid. "How dare that creep ruin such a great experience for you? You have worked so hard to get to that audition, and he dared come along after and try to make you feel like a piece of meat. Well, if he keeps it up, he will learn what exactly he is reckoning with." The grimace she wore upon saying this made my eyes bug out. She saw me and gently laughed. "Oh, my darling, you have more support in this world than you could possibly imagine. Don't worry about this guy. If we need to, we will advise him of the grave mistake he is making." She patted my hand as if that could dismiss my sweet, loving Nana sounding like the most diabolical mastermind of all time. "Nana, I have never seen this side of you before," I exclaimed, partially to release the worry that was building within me. "Oh, don't worry, my dear. I am upset, but I'm sure that was a one-off. Surely he couldn't be stupid enough to continue that sort of thing, especially if you got into the school. He could risk his job that way." I nodded in agreement, but also in skepticism. I felt in my heart of hearts that not only would he continue, but also that he had done this before with no consequences. In spite of that, I felt that I would be safe. Somehow, the fact that my grandmother didn't ever show this side of herself to me made me feel as though she could back up what she said. Maybe she had hidden fighting skills I didn't know about, or perhaps my pa had some skills up his sleeve, being retired military, but it felt bigger than that. The more I thought about it, the more it felt like that sort of thing that could be better not to know, that a piece of magic still hanging on from my childhood would be lost to me forever if I did. She made me some comfort food, and we talked some more about random things. Pa came back in from doing his yard work, and their wicked sense of humor got me back into shape. It was the afternoon I needed after my upsetting morning. I was about to leave to go hang out with friends, but Nana stopped me. "Before you go, I just want you to practice this." She pulled out the Last Black Key music. She sat next to me and tapped out the tempo, as she often did, and I played it. As I neared the end, she motioned for me to repeat it, so I did. As I neared the end for the second time, she quietly said, "One more time, and I want you to feel into it this time." I did as she said. Beginning the piece again, my hands were on autopilot by now, but my mind and heart were swelling with the music. I suddenly felt this feeling of a crowd of people standing around me, hundreds perhaps, and there was an unending wave of love flowing from them. I was enraptured and practically swooning with the power of what I was feeling. Then I hit the dead key, and it cut off abruptly. I felt shocked back into reality in that moment. "Do you understand now?" my Nana said gently. "Yes," I replied, nearly breathless with the overwhelm of that moment.
That's it for this sneak peek. For the rest of the story and many others, look forward to our book release in October. We publish other short stories Mondays on Substack. Our Spooky Snacks series continues Tuesdays and Saturdays on Instagram and YouTube, and you can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. If you like and share these, it'll really help us get the word out about our book. Thanks for listening, and enjoy your nightmares.